This video will contain major gameplay spoilers of a game still in development at the time, so maybe everything will be different and there won't actually be any spoilers. Viewer discretion is advised if gratuitous red pixels will offend you. Hey you, this thing, I like this thing, and I'm about to make it all of hell's problem. See, Steam had a sale on FPS games for a week in April, and I was playing Crysis 2 for fun, so I figured I'd just check out what's on discount. In the process, I ended up walking away with the entire Crysis Remastered trilogy and a little game from 2020 that I remember because of a meme. ULTRAKILL. Incidentally, if you've ever heard this song before and had no idea what it was from, this is it. It's the theme of the Endless mode from ULTRAKILL, and it's been used in a bazillion memes ever since it came out. I was about to make a Crysis video, but then I saw that Crysis 2 Remastered was like 3 times the install size of the original game, so I installed ULTRAKILL instead. I played it for a couple of hours before realizing
I can milk him. I can milk you.
And streaming the game for 6 hours. During that stream, a sentient taco educated me on the finer points of ULTRAKILL. All the names of the various speedrun tech, the Markman coin being God's gift to hell, and the fact that you can punch your own bullets to make them go faster. Huh. So please, take a walk with me through the fire and the flames while I tell you how a little indie Doom clone became one of my favorite shooters of all time. ULTRAKILL is a retro indie first-person shooter published by New Blood that very heavily riffs on the gameplay and themes of games like Doom Eternal and old-school Quake. If New Blood sounds familiar, they're the same people as the Faith trilogy. Yeah, that Faith trilogy. Like Markiplier and Wendigoon Faith. That absolutely wild retro-style horror game about a demon-hunting priest that visually blends 8-bit RPGs with rotoscoped silhouettes. Turns out, they do shooters now, and ULTRAKILL isn't even their first one. But on the topic of shooters, the first thing I want to talk about is something that I just mentioned. I want to defend ULTRAKILL as being more than just a Doom clone. Now, let me be crystal clear. ULTRAKILL is a Doom clone. If you think otherwise, you're either blind or you have never heard of Doom. My point isn't to argue that it isn't essentially a parody of Doom and Quake. It's to argue that ULTRAKILL is more than that. Yes, it's a game about a lone gun-wielding murder hobo slaughtering demons in hell. Yes, you have the same basic tools to do so. Multiple different kinds of melee attacks for different situations, pistol, shotgun, minigun, rocket launcher, railgun, alternate firing modes for each. Even the base movement is similar to Doom Eternal specifically, with the fast movement, no sprinting, high jumps, dashing, a grapple hook, and weapon-assisted movement tech. However, despite all of these parallels, to write ULTRAKILL off as Doom on a budget belies a big difference in nuance. Fundamentally, their core gameplay loops are not the same. Doom Eternal is a game about resource management, making sure that you weave your various utility moves into your combat to ensure that you don't run out of weapons, armor, and health. Doom Eternal's gameplay loop rewards the player with the privilege of simply being allowed to continue playing it. ULTRAKILL, on the other hand, is a game about resource allocation rather than management. Functionally, you will never run out of your resources other than your health. All of your weapons have infinite ammo, and anything that isn't infinite, like your dashes or your alt fires, will recharge automatically after a short time, so they are still technically infinite if on a cooldown. There's nothing limiting your ability to play the game, save for those occasional cooldown periods. With that in mind, the goal of ULTRAKILL is not to use your resources such that you don't run out of them. The goal of ULTRAKILL is to use your resources in the most effective and creative ways possible so that you can kill as many enemies as quickly and as stylishly as possible. And while we're on the topic of killing enemies with style, let's talk about how lovably jank this game is. ULTRAKILL has a special kind of jank. It gives flavor, makes it unique. There are no glitches in ULTRAKILL, only features. Literally, like the whole parrying your own shotgun shots thing? The dev figured out that you could do that because your melee comes out faster than the projectiles can move away from you, and instead of patching it out and doing the thing that would make any sense at all, because also theoretically parrying a projectile going away from you would change its trajectory to just hit you instead, but it didn't. And since it didn't, they codified it and called it projectile boosting.
Daddy, can we get rail cannon?
No, V1, we have rail cannon at home. And while we're on the topic of boosting, let's talk movement. As mentioned before, there's no sprint, but you can dash, slide, wall jump, ground pound, and ground pound jump for extra height. Your default jump is pretty high, and your ground slam jump is even higher, but this game was inspired by the likes of Quake, so obviously we have the golden oldie, rocket jumping. Which, I mean, it's effective, and it's classic, but it's boring and old. This isn't the 90s. We live in the future. And let me tell you, where we're going, we don't need rockets. Allow me to introduce you to grenades. Now, I know what you're thinking. Grenades are usually a step down, but that's only because we got to add a little spice. Because if you shoot a grenade at your feet, this happens. Underwhelming, same as a rocket jump. Actually, it hurts you, worse than a rocket jump. But when we combine this grenade with this laser, we take rocket jumping into the nuclear age. Introducing the core eject nuke. Psst. Psst. What? Narrator? I didn't call for you.
What if I told you that you could do a core eject nuke jump without taking any damage?
Well, yeah, you just enter the Konami code and turn all of the cheats on. You can use invincibility, you can use...
No, I mean fully legit.
I'm listening.
Drop down and go to a wall.
Okay.
And now...
Okay, and this is somehow going to make me go higher than... This is a little something called slam storage. While you're doing a ground slam, you'll have all these lines around you. This is how you know that the game considers you to be doing a ground slam. This sounds like a yeah duh statement, but stick with me, it's important. Go to a wall, jump at the wall like you're going to wall jump because you technically are, but before you do, in very rapid succession, input your ground pound, then wall jump mid ground pound. If done correctly, you will wall jump, but have the visual indicator of being in a ground slam animation. Since the game considers you to be mid-ground slam, you're actually still building momentum in the background. So if you jump the moment you touch the ground like you would for a slam jump, you will instead reverse all of that stored momentum from your fast fall and launch straight up into the air just as high as the core nuke jump, but without taking 50 damage. Like I said, there are no glitches. Only features. So then on the topic of features, let's talk some more about this game's features. I'm going to put a handful of things on screen, and I want you at home to guess which of these are officially in the game and which of them are fan-made mods. I'll give you 10 seconds if you want to pause and put your guess in the comments, but here we go. A skeleton druid with his owl companion. A Rule 63 visual novel of the main character. The fish that kills you at the end of Iron Lung, speaking of Markiplier. And a custom platforming level based on Crash Bandicoot. Which of these things are official material in the game? Time's up. Answer. All of them. She even has a body pillow! You can toss a coin into a fountain to reveal a secret area. You can blow a hole in a wall to find a secret jail that holds the source of all cancer. There is an entire level inspired by Dante's Inferno. There's Greek text engraved in stone that actually translates into real passages from the Book of Revelation, and every single enemy has a Metroid Prime style lore entry after you've defeated one of them. The sandbox mode is literally just Gmod. Even the spawning menu looks like Gmod. The creativity on display and the inspiration that's pulled from all over the place, from mythology to other games, never ceases to amaze me. A matter of fact, let me share with you one of my favorite moments from that stream I did. Okay. Oh. I mean, it's really hard to tell, especially since we're going with the whole holy theme now. I see the ghostly Wisps here. Is he supposed to be the ferryman that crosses the river Styx in Greek mythology? You have to bring him a coin. Okay. Oh, it just opened the door. That's awesome. That's so cool. I mean, I kind of have to fight him, but that's really cool. I love that. Creative stuff like that is... we need more of it. We need more of that kind of stuff in gaming in general nowadays. This is such a breath of fresh air. It's wonderful. And wrapping up the topic of creativity and jank, if you know anything about Ultrakill, you know every video on it is contractually obligated to talk about this.
Machine! Put the coins away!
The Marksman coin is a worthless gimmick that is secretly the best weapon in the game that the entire community will bully you for not using. It's an off-fire for the pistol that requires you to shoot a coin you flip in order to land a crit on an enemy, instead of, you know, just shooting an enemy and critting the normal way. Except it's a guaranteed crit, will always target a weak spot, deals more damage than a normal crit, can vaporize that one enemy in particular that's been looking at you funny, and can even one-shot bosses, so long as you get extremely comfortable landing hit scan shots on a collection of pixels that's roughly twice the size of mine, thanks to being an amped guaranteed insta-crit, which can turn the rail cannon into a multi-hit weapon that only gets more powerful the more coins you manage to bank it off of. It is by far the single best DPS tool in the game, which I never used until Brutal mode.
Well done.
Brutal difficulty in Ultrakill is not your typical Halo legendary damage tweak, where you deal less damage to enemies and enemies can one-tap you. It's that enemies can one-tap you and you have no idea where they even were. So basically Halo 2 legendary. Enemies gain new attack patterns and behaviors in general. I died to the brutal Cerberus encounter at the end of the Prelude almost as many times as Flesh Prison and Minos Prime combined. Enemies are more active with next to zero cooldown between their attacks. Some gain new attacks entirely, like how the Cerberus gains an unblockable double charge attack, and other enemies behave differently, like how the soldiers will not try to always run you down and dive roll like they're playing Vanquish. But then, we get to the reason I needed the coin for my troubles. V2 is the second generation model of the same robot that you are, and he's one of the first brick wall skill checks at the beginning of the game that players are going to have to deal with. He can do everything you can, the same weapons, same alt fires, sliding, dashing, wall jumping, the works. V2 is an early wall for beginning players to scale, yes, but this fight is not the reason that I started using the Marksman coin. Heck, I beat the entire game on standard and violent without using the Marksman coin, ever. No, this is what made me use the Marksman coin.
Murder.exe fully online.
Where is he? I can't hit him. Is he above me? Dude, he took no damage that round. Okay, I can't use the magnet or I literally can't see him now. That water doesn't work with the railgun, apparently. I need to start parrying him. There's just no way. I literally have to parry him or I'm never going to heal. I can't hit him. I'm not getting blood. The parries aren't hitting him. Wait, I can't hit him. Okay, that's a start. Wait. I think this is it. I got it. This is a strat. This is it. So close! Give it to me! No! Why? Dude, Flesh Prison it was the only other thing that made me this tilted. This is so annoying. Let it end! Let it end! Come on, I just need one more! Yes, finally! Ah! V2 on brutal difficulty literally never stops moving, and without using big AoEs and predicting where he's going to go, or just using a bunch of area denial stuff that's never going to work because he's never going to stand in it for long enough for it to matter, your best damage dealer is going to be hoping and praying that your parries actually hit him. Unless, that is, you just use a gun that will never miss. Yes, you heard me right. Shooting a literal quarter that you flicked into the air is easier than hitting a robot with the zoomies. So fine, Taco and the rest of the Ultrakill community get their wish. Needless to say, this video is not a full review. Heck, coming from me, it's not a review at all. This is not at all what I do in terms of my review style. The game isn't even done yet, so I can't review it from my style, and go figure, I just got the game after a huge update added a ton of new content, so my experience with the game is actually a relatively fresh one at the time of writing. Everything in this video, though, is to say that for what it is, I love Ultrakill. And if you like challenging games with sick movement, creative ideas, and a total lack of corporate influence that tends to ruin everything we love, I think you'll love it too. The game also has a free demo on Steam if you're not sure, so you have literally nothing to lose. So then, when you try Ultrakill, just remember these words of advice. Mankind is dead. Blood is fuel. Hell is full. So when you get there, tell them to make some room.
Your choice is made, and you will become inanimate once more. Behold, the power of an angel!
My gratitude upon thee for my freedom, and thy punishment is death. Judgment. I prepare thyself. Die. I end it now. We.
Thank you all so much for watching. I can't wait for Ultrakill to actually come out so that I can do a full breakdown and review in my usual style. It's been a ton of fun so far, and I can only expect that it's gonna get better. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting the channel by becoming a member or a patron. And in the meantime, I've been Lone Wolf EX, and I will see you, yes you, next time.